STEM class. Mr. Dowd here. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. I'm going to continue working on my SpongeBob. Obviously, that that mouth needs to be fixed. So let's go ahead and edit the scribble again. What I think I'm going to do is actually kind of cut out a little bit of it because it looks too square, obviously. So maybe more like that. So something like that I think will be good. So let's go ahead and erase that. Maybe add a little bit more to it in a second. Cool. And that looks good. And like that. Maybe bring that in a little bit. Alright, how's that look? I'm going to flatten it too. So that looks good, and I'm just going to go ahead and I think that looks good. Cool. Let's rearrange the teeth to match up. And his tongue. Cool. That looks a little better, I think. Snap to grid, I'm going to change to 0.1. You see how that was snapping in a non-fluid motion? Now I can move it around more fluidly. Alright, that looks better. So next up is I'm going to do SpongeBob's pants. So let's bring out a box, pull it across. Actually, how wide is this? This is 90, so let's make this, let's go 92. And also, let's raise this up. Let's do 25, not 25, do 22. Oh, well, the white box. And then, so that's the shirt and the pants. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this box, bring it down right below, make it a little bit wider, and make it brown. Alright. How's that looking? I'm going to actually lower that a little bit because eventually I'm going to stand him up. 23. Make this also 23. And let's lower that also by -2. Alright, cool. So next class I'll start working on the details of the shirt, like the tie and the belt buckles. And then stand them up and do the arms and the legs. Alright guys, that's all I'm going to do for this Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Last full week of school, guys. We're almost done. Bye.
Good morning, Gators. Today we're making a different kind of muffin. It's a cranberry orange muffin. Okay? Mostly cranberry. Cranberries are a red berry. Okay? So I have the mix in here. I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of oil, 1/2 cup of water, 2 eggs, and I'm going to mix it up. Notice I haven't added the cranberries yet because it'll get all mushy if I do. Okay, so now I'm going to add the cranberries. I didn't drain them because these you don't drain. Just dump them in as is. I'm going to gently mix them in. And I've already sprayed my pan. Now I'm going to let me fix this for you. I'm going to grab another spoon. So when you're making a cranberry or a blueberry or strawberry, you gotta be careful because the berry part of it will stain your clothes or the counter, something like that. Again, you don't want to fill it all the way up. Some of these are going to be bigger than others. So the oven's on 400. All right, let's see. All right. All right, so these look good. Now I'm just going to put them in the oven. You want to try to get them even because you don't want one to cook and one to overcook. There. And voila. All right, I'm going to put these in the oven. And it'll take about 20 minutes.
Hey Gators, welcome back to Language and Play. Alright, so today we are moving on to scene number 3. Alright, we're chipping away at our outline, adding that dialogue. So scene 1 was the exposition. It's where we found out who the characters in conflict were in the setting. Scene 2, we had the characters becoming involved in that conflict. Alright, scene number 3, this is the climax. This is where all the action happens. Alright, so if I said Vlad was inviting the Boyers over for dinner, this is where Vlad actually kills a few of the Boyers, all right? And he's going to be sending their bodies to the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, Sultan Mehmed II. Remember we talked about him a little while ago. These are some of the characters that I've been adding, okay? So as we go through, as we add our dialogue, because remember, it's not a movie, it's a play. All right, so we want to add our dialogue. And we always want to remember time, which is the time of day the scene takes place. It changes every scene. Place, where is this scene happening? And at rise, what are the characters doing as the lights turn on as they are about to speak? All right, so remember, you add your character name, a colon, which are those two periods on top of each other, and then what they say. All right, the characters' lines of dialogue go there. You do not need to write the lines of dialogue in quotes. I saw a few of you add quotes to your lines of dialogue. You don't do that. All right, in a play, we know the characters are saying it. Everything's a quote, unless you put it in parentheses. If something is in parentheses, those are the actions that happen in the play. All right, so keep working hard, Gators. These plays are looking really, really good. And remember, this is your last one of the year, so take some pride in it. All right, keep up the good work.
Hey guys, today we're going to be working on our last river rock painting. So I'm going to make this one look like a fish, just like part of a fish. So I've already painted it with that one coat of paint. And next I'm just going to be drawing my image directly onto this rock. So I think I'll start with his eye. I'm going to make a big old eye right here. And then part of the head where like the gills would be, like this. And then a little mouth. Like a little pupil. Like that. And another little part of the mouth. And then I'm going to do some little scales. I like to make a bunch of these, and I make them in all different bright colors. And then I like to just leave them somewhere, like in a garden, just somewhere outside. I'm just overlapping the same shape, kind of like a half of an oval shape, and I'm making it look like they're overlapping, so like some are on top of the others. All right, so I have my sketch. I'm going to start today by painting the eye, and I'm just going to use a little bit of yellow and maybe just a little dab of a purpley blue. So I'll start with kind of a small brush and a little bit of the yellow paint. Paint directly onto where the eye is. And grab a little bit of that purpley blue. I'm trying to darken the eye a little bit in some spots, just the top. And when you mix yellow and blue together, it does make a green, so it's looking a little greenish in that top area, and that's okay. That's what I wanted. So I'm creating a little bit of a tertiary color with that, like a greenish yellow. So I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. And I think I'm going to start by just adding a little yellow color to over here, like near where like the gills would be. Like that. And I'm going to start to work on some of those scales as well. So I'm just doing that one row, and then I'll go behind that one and make it look like these are underneath that first row. So they're overlapping. And these scales are coming out from underneath that first row. Sometimes I stick with my original drawing, and sometimes I just kind of go around it a little bit and make a new line with the paint. So next time I'm going to go in with some more color on those scales. But I just want this outline of yellow to dry a little bit. And then I'm going to add some other kind of like blues and greens to give it an interesting effect, blending some colors. So I'm going to leave it yellow for now, and I'll let it dry for next time. So I'm just creating a pattern with those like half circle shapes, kind of like little semicircle pattern with overlapping. And it gives it the look of having a little bit of texture too. All right, guys, next time we'll continue to add more color and finish up our little fish.
Thanks for watching Enrichment TV, Gators. Remember, work hard, be nice, and we'll see you tomorrow.